Hi y'all, welcome to I don't know, a check-in, a little checkpoint for the year so far. I came prepared. I got a bunch of notes over here. So I wasn't sure when I'd be able to actually do this, so I left some talking points for myself. How y'all doing? For real. For real. As you'll come to find out, I've been doing pretty well, and let's just jump into it. I'm not gonna kill time. All right, so first thing I got listed is the jazz performance. So on Wednesday night, my jazz professor, it's a completely online class. He sends an email. It wasn't on Wednesday night. It was Monday. About this jazz performance that was on campus that was going to be free for students on Wednesday. And I was like, you know what? I really kind of want to do that. I love jazz. That's why I'm taking a jazz class. And it's free. And, I kind of recognize the name. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. So literally that day, I reserved my tickets. And I was just preparing myself mentally. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go solo dolo to this thing. It was from 7 to 10. But as what always happens, as the time ticked away, as the event got closer, I wanted to do it less and less. But it wasn't because of the event, it was because of my own fear. I'm in my mind, that anticipation is the worst feeling. So if I can just get myself to stop thinking that I'm going to do it, then I feel some relief. It's not even I'm doing that as a strategic way to chill myself out. I have to commit to not doing it to feel relieved. So I can't just fake myself out. So it was day of, and I called my mom for something different. And then I told her about the jazz thing, and I said I might not go. And I came up with all these excuses, and it was trash. It was straight bologna sandwich. And she was like, you know what? I think you'll regret not going. I was like, I probably will. So we went hung up. I just thought about it for a bit. And then as the day went on, I finished my last class of the day at 2. The thing was in 5 hours. So I tried to kill some time, but I just, nothing was hitting. No game I was playing was feeling right. No YouTube video I had queued up was hitting. So I was just this is a sign for me to just go. And I think it wasn't hitting because I knew deep down that I should go to this thing, and I did, and it was amazing. It was Arturo Sandoval. It was him and then I guess my school's orchestra, some of his people, some of our people, performed the music live from his own movie, which was so cool. I didn't know it would be like that. My professor definitely didn't know it would be like that. It was awesome. And then I came back, and it was I had gotten poke the day before, so I had some leftover poke I just had for dinner. I was sitting right there on my desk in a pitch black room. I didn't turn the lights on because I didn't really want to. I was like, you know what, that was a good experience. So I just sat with that and just ate in the dark. Like Batman. Okay, next thing I got is a movie. That obviously is about the movie I saw on Friday. I planned to see One Battle After Another. It was this has been 2 weeks in the making with my friend that I met last year, second semester last year. And it's so funny because the last time we hang out? Whoa. The last time we hung out, we saw Sinners, which was, crazy because hindsight 2020, both these movies were almost perfect 10s. So I don't know what it is about maybe we got some good luck, or we just know what movies are gonna be good. We just got that good eye. Anyway, we were planning this out because the theater we wanted to go to, the IMAX, we wanted to see this in IMAX, and the theater we were trying to go to it was sold out 2 weeks in advance. Not sold out, but all the good seats were taken until October 9th, I think was the latest date. And this was on the 25th or 6th or something, which was crazy. So we were just like, all right. We eventually found this other IMAX theater, which had great seats that were still open. And we took the bus over there. And that was the first time I ever took the bus. Like, ever. No, that's not true. I took it in San Francisco one time. A couple times, I think. But that was the first time I've done it down here. And it was sick. I mean, it made me sick. I'm not gonna lie. Like, buses are dirty. I had to keep remembering. I even had to like keep reminding myself. I just remembered like, okay, my pants and my shirt are all up on this chair. This chair is not being cleaned. These going straight into the dirty clothes. I better not even sit on my chair when I get home or get here. Anyway, we got there. We actually got there hecka early. We were there like an hour before the movie was supposed to start. But thankfully, the theater was in a hecka big mall, like the biggest mall I've ever seen. The Topanga Mall. And we just walked around, and it was like until we found a place to eat. We got some Philly cheesesteaks. I got a picture. I'll probably put it on screen somewhere. And it was awesome. Like they were hecka good. The mall, it was great vibes at the mall. It was kind of, a lot of stuff wasn't open yet, which was weird because it was around lunchtime. But at least a lot of the stuff at the entrance, as you got farther in where the cheesesteak place was, stuff was open up. But that was a great time. Just the whole day was great. And then later that day, I also had dinner with my sisters, which was really cool. Like, bro, I felt like bro, I'm really just that whole span from Wednesday to Friday. I didn't do anything on Thursday or Saturday, so but Wednesday and Friday made me feel like you know what, I'm doing this, bro. Like I'm adulting, I'm colleging, you know. It was cool. All right, next thing. Okay. So the third point on my notes is the name of a person. Ani. It's been so strange. It has been so strange recently. And when I first wrote that down, I wish I was able to like do this then, because there was something like very pertinent on my mind. I can't really remember right now. But basically, like little stuff has just been like, cropping up in my mind, right? It's about almost exactly 365 days since I like first started talking to her. And that makes it seem like we're about to hit an anniversary, but no. If you new here, that junk strictly restricted to October 2024. Nothing after that. And again, if you're new, it's a mystery to me to this day, especially with some other stuff, which I don't think I've shared here. It's just a lot of weird stuff, okay? Just more specifically, the reason why I'm bringing her up now is because I think she was in my dream a couple times, and it was really strange. Like, it was like, just, I don't know, she's just been popping up in my thoughts a lot. And it makes sense because a year ago is when I started talking to her, and it was a really big deal because I don't do that a lot. I don't reach out to girls like that a lot because it's scary. It was a big decision, and it was so weird because, baseball terms, I hit a home run. By the 9th inning, we still lost the game. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know why we lost the game. Umpire cross-eyed or something. He was calling strikes way out the strike zone. I don't know what was going on. One thing I haven't shared here is like, she had listened to one of my playlists, like random playlist of mine. Like, you gotta go into my Apple Music account, like deep into the playlist tab to find this one, because I don't even listen to it that much anymore. And she had added like 5 or 6 songs from there to one of her playlists. And to double check that I'm not like tweaking, I'm not making up a story, one of the songs was by one of my friends from my elementary school. The only way she could know what that song is, the only possible way she could have ever listened to it is from that playlist. So I know without a doubt that was how she got those songs. The reason why she did that, I don't know. It's very weird. it was also still, I just still find it so weird that she just hasn't ever reached out again. I mean, to be fair, I haven't either, but it's like, I tried, you know what I mean? At the end, anyway, I don't want to spend too long on that, because the main thing I want to talk about at this point, especially because at this point in the video, people that might not want to hear this, probably not listening anymore. So, right, I probably should just, I'm gonna censor those names. L and B, I'm probably gonna forget those initials down the line, but it's fine. So, I'll just cut to the chase. One of my friends from high school that I'm still in touch with, because we be playing games together, we're in the same like game circle. He cheated on his girlfriend over the summer, and it was really like whack how it happened, because I didn't hear firsthand. I had to hear secondhand, because dude don't tell me nothing. He just, I don't know, I don't think it's like out of spite or anything. He just doesn't talk about stuff. But also it kind of happened at a weird time, because it was near the end of summer where some of us were moving in to our dorm. I think he was already at college at that time, so he couldn't like get on the game to tell us or something, because he didn't bring his console. Anyway, from what I heard from him, basically, I'm not just saying that, it was from his best friend, who was telling a story in a certain tone that made me feel like he wouldn't be lying about this. And if he was lying, it was, I'll just explain it, okay? So he was in Brazil. He goes to Brazil every summer. It's like a family thing. And he met this girl at a bar. He thought she was bad. They made out. Apparently, they go home. You know what I mean? They do the thing in her house, at her house. He meets the family. He gets real acquainted. And they do this thing, like, I guess day in, day out. I don't really want to know the details of that. And this is all happening while he got a girl back home. And he's talking about, I guess he told, the person who's telling me this story is saying that he had told him that he really believed that he just found his wife. Like, this is my wife. Like she ain't got a high body count like all the American girls. And I'm hearing all this, and I'm like, brother, I said this in my head because I haven't had the chance to confront him about this face to face or screen to screen. He is the last person that should ever be worried about a girl's body count, bro. Also, there's stuff, I don't want to put all of his stuff, I guess because I didn't say his name is fine, but this is the same guy who has had like issues with respecting boundaries in the past, and we all assume that he has grown since then. It was a very public thing that happened like 2 or 3 times during high school. You're like, why are you so friends with him? It's very complicated. I'm not actually tight with him like that, but by not association, just by proximity, I'm still in touch with him, and not right now, not really anymore. I haven't hung out with him in person in like years, so maybe that clears me up. But we all just thought, we assumed that he had like grown past that, and obviously he didn't. So he is just, we don't know if he's told his actual girlfriend about what he did. We don't think he will, because it fits his personality. And if he did, it wouldn't be like, he wouldn't admit to what he did necessarily. I think he just cut things off for some arbitrary reason. And another thing I found out is apparently she is like really in love with him. His actual girlfriend is really in love with him. And I guess because they were out one time and she was looking at rings, and I don't think he liked that, which it's just astonishing. It's astonishing. That's a whole nother little topic I could get into, spend a whole video on. People in my generation these days, oh my gosh, double topic. 1, suck at communication, horrible at communication. I'll touch back on that after this thought. But 2, they just don't know how to move past high school mentally and emotionally. Because why do you still think doing like having flings is cool? What are we doing? You're about to be 30 year in college right now. We are 20/21. Why are you acting like a 16-year-old, bro? That is so crazy to me, especially because this dude is currently living in his own apartment with the dude that told me the story. Like, they're like this. They're literally day ones. I got my own issues with that because enabler. Anyway, what I was trying to say about the communication thing is specifically about the sucker that told me the story is I've been texting him off and on, because ever since he started college, he's been, they've been in their own place. I haven't been able to talk to him as much on the game, which, it's just how it is. But I'll still be texting, and we'll still be texting a bit. And usually, like, he'll send something to me. I'll respond within the hour, usually quicker. And then he just won't respond until he does, and then he says something else, which is like, oh, that's how a conversation works. You're right. But I explain it, I think, pretty poorly. But he only ever responds when he has something to share. Like, and usually he shares the thing first, and then he responds. And it's like, dude, I know you saw my text go through. Like, you can just respond to it. The conversation could end. It doesn't always have to be an open conversation. But I think people who they're not comfortable with that. So they just leave it open until they're ready to send something back. It's like being in a talking stage with somebody. And I'm like, dude, I've known you for like 5-6 years. Why are we acting like we just met? Sorry, why are you acting like we just met? And this goes back to the Ani, bro, because we had been like, I still don't know why she like stopped talking to me. I guess to be fair, if you look at the SMS pattern, like, she did send the last text, but it was so dry, and it was clearly like, I'm not gonna lie, if she wanted to talk to me, she would talk to me. I got the indication that she did not want to talk to me anymore, which I don't know why. Never will know why, but that's just how it is. And then that summer before, this was in August, so this was 2 months before that happened. Same sort of thing. I asked her to go to see a movie. She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, bet. When are you available? And then she just does not respond. And I know this isn't a me problem. I'm not even gonna try to go down that path. Like, oh, maybe it's me. No, this is not me. It's just like a generation problem, I guess. And I guess in my own life experience, she suffers issues. I guess I'm picking the wrong ones, Whatever the reason behind their decision, it is just a sign of like stunted emotional growth, maybe, which, to be fair, we all kind of have because of COVID. But I don't know, I feel like you can't really use that as an excuse at this point, especially at this age. Like, bro, it's been 4 years, almost 5 years. Anyway, the last thing, apples and rice. Someone's been eating my apples and rice in this house, and this is pissing me off. It's just a small thing, like sharing food, bruh. My dude, see, look, I'm gonna put the text on screen. I don't want to say it. You can read. I can't talk right now because I have roommates here. But the sucker, sleeps there. He asked me one time, oh, yo, you mind if I eat your chicken and rice? I'm like, you know what, sure. Because I'm thinking, like, what would Jesus do? I got a insanely high paying job for what it is, for the age that I'm at. I would be crazy to not provide in some way to somebody who does not have an income. But it gets to a point because he asked that on one occasion, one time. And I found that they were missing, that a thing of rice was missing 2 times, maybe 3. And one of the times there was literally 1 rice left. I think there were multiple rices taken that time, like that day or those days. And he left, at least he left 1. But then I had to order a whole bunch. And I was not planning to order groceries that day. I have like a pretty semi-consistent system for that. I don't want to have to order groceries more than twice a week. And ideally, one time should cover like a week, hopefully 2 weeks. But usually it's more like a week if this kind of thing keeps happening. But I don't know, bro. It's just been, I think I'd be lying if I said that wasn't annoying. Anyway, that's kind of all I have to talk about, I guess, right now. Y'all like the hair though? I like that. What's it? Ooh, y'all said what's the product? Not telling. But yeah, I think life's going well. I'm on top of my work and schoolwork, equal parts, which is awesome. I feel like I'm really like in the swing of things right now, and I can like feel myself making like progress on just like being an independent adult, which is exactly what I want to see as a student. Anyway, that's all I have to say today. Thank y'all for listening. Peace out.